couple of mundane podcasts. One show rises from the ashes. Critics are calling it outrageous. Podcasts, as we know it, will never be the same again. Tonight, prepare for an epic journey where every step could be your last. The destination, a place where no maps can show. The mission, to rise above the rest. The danger, unimaginable. The reward, a shit ton of weed and laughs. It's going to blow your mind. This is 2B Bloods. So sit back, turn up the volume, grab your weed, get ready to light those bloods.
You're tuned in to another episode of
To Be Blood
with Peasy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is scheduled for one fall. That's right, we are back to Be Blunt Podcast, episode 14. I'm here live in studio with my co-host and your favorite Frank Knox. Say what up, Frank.
Yo, what up, PZ?
I got the Scott.
What's up, podcast world?
And you know me, that P to the double EZ, baby. And we're live in a brand new location here, the 2B Blunt Studio. It's gonna be huge. And in case you didn't know, it's fucking raining. It's shitty outside. You know what I like about the new studio, though? Is that I can't see the windows.
Yeah, you don't know what the weather is down here.
You can't see the windows, which is the nice part about this, is that we have no clue what is going on outside. You know?
Good point, PZ. Good point.
You know, we got a big show today. We got to talk about a huge historic week in wrestling coming up next week. I can't wait. I'm excited.
It's a big one.
We got the Area 51 raid, and the result of that happened over the weekend. We got breaking news in the wrestling world. I mean, today was full of huge breaking news. I'm sure we're going to hear some of it from Don Kincaid. And we have a new game show debuting today, right here live on the 2B Blood Podcast. That's right. What's up, fellas? This fucking guy always busting my balls. What's up, Scott?
What's going on, man?
You're back, man. You're back again. You've become a regular here, you know?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. You lasted this
I'm
long.
not surprised, you know. We're talking wrestling. The Scott will show up.
I know. But that's great. I'm glad he's not sitting there trying to get our autographs, though. Yeah. But the worst part is he knows where we sleep, so he can show up at any time. You know what I'm talking about. God damn it. But before we get any further, if we're going to move this show along, we have our number one priority. We don't call it the 2B Blunt Podcast for nothing.
That's right.
So we have the ceremonial lighting of the blunt.
It's time to get lit.
It's time to get litty, even though we got the burrs cracked. You know, we got the burrs cracked.
I'm checking this bunk-ass unicorn farm.
Unicorn farm? I thought you had like a fucking Coors, bro. What is that?
It's made with some, like, Nielsen Southern hops.
How come I didn't get a unicorn gimmick? I got this Miller Lite.
You don't want it.
Try
This
it,
shit's-
but it's not, you know.
No, I don't want to try shit.
I'd give this shit a 1.
A 1 out of what?
5.
5.
Wow.
Are you on Untapped? No?
Yeah.
1 out of 5. That's
So
crazy.
you're going to give the Budweiser more?
I'd give that a 5.
Oh, see, all right. We're drinking the Steve
Good
Weisers.
old reliable. You can
That's-
never go wrong with a Budweiser.
You're
you know?
right, man. You're right. I mean, if Stone Cold will drink them, then fuck, so will I.
And then the IPAs, different years come out different. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. This, you always know what you're going to get.
That's right.
Well, it says drink fresh. Tell me, was this bought fresh? Like
I bought
this
it.
hasn't been like sitting
I
in the
bought
back
it
of
a
your fridge,
week.
right?
I bought it a week ago.
A week? Okay.
A week ago.
That's still
Damn, yo. Well, before we go any further, we got the beers cracked. So the next thing we got to do is the ceremonial lighting of the blunt. So I ask you two, are you ready?
Scott's ready to get a contact tie. There's no windows down here.
That's right.
Oh,
There's
shoot,
no
yeah, I didn't think
ventilation,
of that.
And
baby.
we're going to blow our rips right in his face.
Ooh,
with
I
our
like
new
it.
setup. You know, your rips are going to go directly.
That's right. You can see Scott perfectly here, you know, which is great. So you're going to get, you know, right in huge rips, and you're right in my direction. So I'm going to make sure, you know. And shout out to this dude, Rob, on Facebook for hooking up with the podcast table, bro. Shit's mint. This is nice.
This is nice,
It's a
man.
nice little gimmick, yo. We're going to work around it. You know, we'll make it work a little better as we get going. But right now, you know, test that up. It looks real nice. So before I go any further, I ask again, are you ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Then, for the three of us in this podcast studio and the hundreds watching at home and listening on our website. Ooh, let's get ready to smoke it. Tell them, Frank.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Smoke it. Yeah, baby. The first blunt in the new podcast studio.
That's big.
The best theme song of all time playing. Ooh, wee. Break it down.
Easy up in here.
Man, I needed this shit. Man, did I need this shit though. You know?
Think you can tell me what to do?
Ooh, man. What's wrong, Frank?
I think I overcharged my thing, and now it doesn't work at all.
You overcharged it.
I left it going all night.
I mean, overcharged means it should have been good. Is it off?
It won't turn on now.
Damn, bro. Well, when we go on break,
Devastating.
when we go on break, I got my spare one upstairs you could use if you want.
Cool.
So, we got our strain of the week. This week, we got Platinum Kush.
Chang Chang.
The past 2 weeks, we had Master Kush. Today, it's Platinum Kush. Here you go, Frank.
Oh, wow.
That sounds
Woo!
strong over there.
That's right. Platinum Kush is speculated to be a cross between an unknown Afghan variety and Master Kush, which has been our strain of the week the past 2 weeks. You know? Others speculate it might be the result of breeding between OG Kush and an Afghan weed, so it's kind of up in the air. No one really knows where it's going to be. See Frank's still blowing a rip.
Oh, Frank blew it right in my face.
Well, Scott, you'll be happy to know that rip you're
in
getting.
his face.
That's right. That rip you're getting, Scott. It is a famous
Wow.
strain. It won Best Hydro in the High Times Cup Award in 1994, which is so fucking long ago.
94, that's a long time ago.
That's stats, bro. That's stats.
Quarter century.
Man, this thing's been around a while.
It's been around forever. People have been smoking this shit forever. You know what I mean? For everyone smoking the good shit. So make sure you know, if you aren't already, which I'm assuming if you're listening you are, that you subscribe and review our podcast online on your favorite method of listening. You know, we got the live feed going right now. From what I can tell, it looks solid right now, which is great.
Nice.
It looks great.
You can see the watering in my eyes.
Me too, Scott. Me too. Whew, man. What'd you guys do over the weekend? Yeah, we're back. I don't think I've seen you, Scott, in like a fucking week. Frank, haven't seen you in a few days. What's good, yo? What's
This
good with you?
weekend? I don't know.
What'd you do? Frank, you got any escapades? I mean, you had a huge weekend last weekend.
This weekend was kind of low key.
Yeah? That's
Yeah.
surprising to hear.
I kind of just, I went and just got dinner and drinks. Oh, with the chick that I went to the Big E with. So.
Oh, the date number 2.
Yeah, so that's you know, going good. So we'll see how that works.
I dig
just
it.
hung out with her.
I dig it. I dig it. How about you, Scott?
Man, I had a low-key weekend, too. I didn't really do much. You know what I did? I helped my neighbor move out, actually.
He's gone?
He's gone.
Where'd he go?
Oh, that the guy?
Yeah, he's officially in Florida now.
Oh, wow, that no good son of a bitch. He took my joint roach
No,
while I was
bro.
watching a pay-per-view at the Scott's.
Yeah, that's right. I think we were all
And
together
I
for
came
All Out.
outside and it smelled like a skunk. He was like, I don't know, there's skunks under here or something like that.
What was that? We thought we talked about that like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
he had
he totally jacked the joint, man.
then he had the nerve to get on his all fours and look for it.
Yeah.
Bro,
That
it
guy's a
hurts.
jabroni.
But he's been living next to me, God, for like 12 years now, something like that.
So what are you guys just gonna now have a phone relationship?
He'll probably end up calling me. Watch, we'll see.
That'd be devastating.
He's super annoying.
Well, I know that. Every
I
time
hope
we
he's
did
not-
an
hope he's
event
not
at your house, every time we did an event, it was terrible. This guy would just come up to the back door. We're all sitting watching in the living room. Knock on the door, just come right in, just open the damn door. Most of the time, it'd come off the hinges. Like, oh, sorry, Scott.
And then he would just make the stupidest conversations with us.
How about that time he came in, stood around for like 15 seconds, he's like, oh, I just gotta use your bathroom. What do you mean you gotta use his bathroom? You live next door.
You're literally a door down.
And they're connected. This is like almost like a duplex. Like it's connected.
That guy had a problem.
It's connected. What do you mean? Oh, I mean, yeah, you're right. It is connected.
It is connected. There's just a wall in between them.
Man, yo. Woo. Oh, man, I'm
What'd
fucking
you do
dying.
this weekend, Pete? Do anything good? Me and Scott, we stayed off the radar.
Oh, man, yo, I'm hurting right now. That platinum kush fucked me up. I think I pulled a muscle coughing just now.
The patented PZ pulled muscle from coughing from smoking too much loud.
Bro, I'm pretty sure I pulled a muscle just now. Yo, like my armpit hurts. My armpit fucking hurts. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It's devastating. The fuck did I do this weekend? I don't even know. Can't even think straight right now.
Can't even think
Fuck,
straight.
yo.
We're only like 5 minutes in.
Oh, dude, it's so devastating.
Get it together, PZ.
I can't. Yo, I'm hurting. But dude, I went to the fucking Guilford Fair.
Oh, nice. How was that? So you bet you went to the Big E last weekend.
That's right.
Now the Guilford Fair,
I went. Yeah, we checked out
past
the
weekend.
We checked out the Guilford Fair.
and now this weekend, PZ will be at probably the Durham Fair.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
it's
I
this
haven't
weekend,
decided. I've done enough fairs already. You know, the Guilford Fair. If you ain't been, bro, it's pretty sick.
I've never been.
It's I thought it was gonna be some small little gimmick, and I got there and it was huge. It was
How
huge.
was the food?
Let alone the fair. I don't think I've ever been to Guilford.
You never been to Guilford?
I've been to Guilford.
Oh Jesus, Scott.
Sunshine Daydream. Great glass spot.
Yeah, that's actually true. That used to be our favorite spot.
Yeah.
That used to be our favorite spot. But yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. I went to the Guilford Fair. You know, I did the fair gimmick, and then I hung out.
What'd you eat over there?
What the fuck did I eat at the Guilford Fair? I had some loaded tots.
Tots.
I had the tots, you know, loaded tots.
down.
I had some Thimble Island beers.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Speaking
you know.
of tots, last night you had what? Tatiana deliver your food?
That's
Tatiana?
right, Tatiana. Yo, she busted down, bro.
Tatiana?
She busted down. Bust down, Tatiana. My DoorDash, yo. Holler at me.
Tatiana.
Got the Titiana. She also got that hibachi, yo. So, I mean, she bust down the hibachi,
She busted down.
you know, which was great. You know what else happened this weekend?
What's that?
The Area 51 raid.
Oh,
Did you hear
That
about
was
this?
what, on Friday?
That's right.
Infowars.
That's right.
That show is a dud.
Infowars.com.
You said it happened, but did it really happen?
That's where I was gonna get at, Scott. You know, like it was. I mean, they had the hype the night leading into. I know we were like sending like tweets and shit back at each other, like the people who were live there. If you followed Area 51 Live hashtag over the weekend, there was people at the gates, you know, talking to the guards. Well, there was probably like a dozen, you know. So now the next day comes, and everybody's fucking waiting for these, you know, the raid to happen. And
Mad Max to come in his tanks. I don't know what they expect.
so they got these pictures they put up of like the desert supposedly, and like all these cars and people standing around. Like there was like hundreds of people, bro. It looked like it was going to be something.
I'd say even thousands.
And then nothing happens, no news. And then the next day, you're getting reports that there was like 75 fucking people at the gate.
I mean, I predicted that was going to happen.
Excuse me.
When I first heard about it, it was just something that went viral on the internet, man, you know?
Bro, I might have to throw the logo on the screen real quick, yo. I'm struggling, yo.
This guy needs to put some icy hot on himself right now.
I feel like I pulled something.
Wow, man. Well,
Like ripped a muscle or
This guy's
something.
gonna go to the hospital. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's
That's right.
Let's do my podcast.
Busting
Yeah,
a
throw up
lung,
the X.
busting a lung, smoking weed today. Sorry, Doc.
We gotta get the trainers in here. Stat.
You know,
We gotta get the boss down here.
that's right. Where's the boss? She's the nurse. I think I hurt myself. I hurt myself coughing.
Oh my god, dude, you're gonna need a life alert.
How am I gonna come back? Throw the X up.
Yeah, man.
This podcast is over. Damn it.
This is making you look real weak right now.
Yo, I wish I could explain to you what's happening right now.
I know, but this has happened like dozens of times.
No, not like this, bro.
That's what you say every time.
What do you mean? Every time I laugh, it hurts, yo. Right here, yo.
Man,
Look at this
I
shit.
pulled something, man. Coughing too loud.
What if I busted my shit, yo? You know, I am a hypochondriac, so anything could happen. You know?
Live on air, he's admitted it.
Listen, I already know I am.
Rewind
The
it.
boss will tell you any day of the week, you know? Jesus. Speaking of the boss, you know? So, I get home the other day, and this fucking device in the mail. This big box shows up in my front door. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I mean, we get boxes from Chewy and Shit because we got the, you know, Bane and Harvey and whatnot, and the cats. So usually it's like a big package of like, you know, cat litter, you know, dog food, whatever it might be. So I didn't open the box. And Jess gets home. She opens the box. And she comes in. She's like, look what I got. She brings this thing over. And it's just like this plastic thing that's like kind of squared off.
Okay.
You know, it just says like this wide, you know, it goes down and it goes down. And I'm like, the fuck is that? She's like, it's a Squatty Potty. Like, what the fuck you mean this? What the fuck? What the fuck is what?
A what?
I'm like, a what? She's like, it's a Squatty Potty. You never heard of Squatty Potty? I'm like, what in the fuck is a Squatty Potty? And she starts telling me about what the fuck this thing is. So apparently the Squatty Potty, apparently I'm supposed to know this from a commercial, which I'd never seen. And then we're going to get there. So apparently what you do, Scott, you sit down on the toilet, right? Like you got to take a shit.
Okay.
And this thing that's you know, does like the U shape is tucked into the bowl. So you just pull it out a little bit and you put your feet on it. And you're squatting. Like a squat, it's like a squat shit.
Yeah,
it's like opposed to a real
it's
shit.
like a footrest.
So I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait. So you mean to tell me you're supposed to go in the bathroom, sit down, put your feet on this plastic gimmick, and take a shit? What? She's like, no, you gotta see the commercial. They explain it. Bro, when I tell you about this commercial, Scott, Frank told me he'd already seen it. But I don't know if the audience has seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you got to go on YouTube because this is literally I'm gonna play it for you, Scott.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it for you. God damn it! I'm gonna put it on. There's this commercial, and it's about the Squatty Potty, and you're never honestly gonna believe.
You need a footrest though. Like, how long do you plan on taking in there?
Listen,
No, it's like
No,
your
it
knees
helps
are
you.
kind of like elevated.
right? So when you're sitting down like this, I guess you're contracting your colon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you put your feet up, like like when dogs take a shit, they squat. Cats, same thing. Animals of any kind.
Yeah.
It opens up your shit, so you're not,
So, like, man, see, like, I've always, like, put one leg actually up
Oh my God!
onto
What?
the side.
What?
And, I don't know.
Am I like you're doing right now? Are you in your sitting stance in the studio right now?
Yeah, don't worry, I'm not right now, but, like, I don't know. I might have to look into this.
Time the fuck out.
I need
you
to see
go
this
in
commercial.
public and put your foot on other toilets.
Yeah, and it's always my right side. I don't know.
So you put your foot up on a public toilet while you shit.
No, not in the public. Not in the public. This
Even
is at
on
home.
your own.
No, this is just at home.
You know, do you wash down, like wipe down the bowl, or you're cool just stepping in your own piss?
At home, like, forget about it. Like, my shorts are, like, not even, or whatever I'm wearing, like, it's nothing at that point. And then one leg upside.
One of the grossest things in the house. I mean, you piss in it once, it's got to be cleaned again, in my opinion. But,
I mean,
damn, bro. So you put your foot on the toilet like a dog taking a piss.
dude, I live
One
alone.
leg up.
There's nobody else there. It's my own rules.
Are you this is serious right now?
Yeah, what happened to the commercial?
So Scott started talking about this shit, and I got tied up.
Literally talking about this
Scott
shit.
admitted he does this.
This is where your ice cream comes from. The creamy poop of a mystic unicorn.
What?
Totally clean, totally cool, and soft served straight from a sphincter. They're good at pooping.
This is not a
But
real
you know who
commercial.
sucks at pooping? You do. That's because when you sit on a porcelain throne, this muscle puts a kink in the hose and stops the Ben and Jerry's from sliding out smoothly. Is that a problem? I don't know. Are hemorrhoids a problem? Because sitting at this angle can cause hemorrhoids, bloating, constipation, and a buttload of other
Told
crap.
you.
And seriously, unicorn
After you see
hemorrhoids?
this, you're like, damn, I got
glitter
hemorrhoids.
hits
I need
everywhere.
one of
You
those.
got a picture of this? This is
But what happens when
old,
you
like
go
a
from
Prince
sit
Charming
to
guy.
squat?
And a
Voila,
unicorn
this
trying to
muscle
ship
relaxes and that
ice
kink
cream.
goes away faster than
This
Pegasus
has
Lane.
36
Sweet
million
Chevy
views, and I've
Duke.
never heard of it.
Now your colon's open
Yeah,
and
man,
ready
it's
for
big.
battle. That's
The
because our bodies were
Squatty
made
Potty.
to poop in a squat, and now there's a product that lets you squat in your own home. Introducing the Squatty Potty. No, Squatty Potty is not a joke. And yes, it will give you the best poop of your life, guaranteed. I don't just mean you bloated lords and hemorrhoidal ladies.
Yeah. Oh, I even got to throw up for the crowd, yo.
Kink, unkink. Kink.
This is literally what we're watching right now. They can see this on the live feed.
Yeah, so they're
Can't
watching
get the last
a
scoop out of
unicorn
the coffee.
shit in a toilet right now.
With the Squatty
great.
Potty, you get complete elimination.
This is what
Spend
we're
as much
seeing.
time on the chamber pot. The Squatty Potty makes you go twice as fast or your money back. I scream, you scream, and plop, plop, baby. Maybe you're sore from squeezing out solid globs of rocky road. The Squatty Potty gives you a smooth stream of froyo that glides like a virgin swan. Plus, when you're done, it tucks neatly out of sight thanks to its innovative, patented design. Truly a footstool fit for a constipated king. So,
This is
if you're
like
a
what we're
human
getting
being
into.
who
I
poops
mean,
on
no
your butt,
lie.
click here to order your Squatty Potty today at squattypotty.com. You'll wish you tried it years
This is
ago.
incredible.
And if you don't
know?
trust the prince, how about your doctor? Doctor
Have you
Pepper,
used it?
NPR, Men's Health, Howard Stone.
No, but this
He poops
commercial's
from his
amazing.
It is amazing.
They're all crazy about
You know?
the Squatty Potty.
I need to know
Not
if
to
there's
mention the
outtakes
2,000
to that
Amazon
commercial.
users who gave the Squatty Potty 5
Oh,
stars.
I'm sure
You
there's
can't do
another
that in one take with a
Oh,
straight
definitely.
face.
This guy straight faced it the whole commercial.
Potty, you fill me with endless joy. Yet leave me.
You think it's bad, Scott? It gets
So order
even
your Squatty
crazier.
Potty today.
Look at this
I'm not
at the
saying
end,
it'll
right?
make your poop as
Hold
soft
on.
as this cookies and cream. But I'm not saying it won't. Squatty Potty.
Oh,
Stool
it's too
for better stool. Pooping will never be the same.
So I have to ask,
And
how much
neither
did
will
this
ice
cost?
cream.
It's like $25 on Amazon.
I have not tried the Squatty Potty. No. I can tell you that. But when I seen it, I was like, I gotta bring it up. I never heard about it. You know? And then, not only that, I did see some other crazy shit online. Did you see the fucking video? These future workers of America, I like to call it.
What video is this?
It's these two kids, these two little children. They got one of them like metal trash cans, right? And what they're doing is they're each taking place or taking turns switching off. One kid was staying in front of the trash can. The other one would hit the pedal.
Okay.
You know,
I think I did see this. I don't know if I saw the whole thing, but
Yeah,
I
I
did see
saw
this.
it. It's funny.
I mean,
cute.
you
It's
got
really cute, and
you
it's-
got some really good gimmicks.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys they get the hit, bro. When they get hit, listen to this.
I won't like it.
No, you know what I mean? And then the other kid's like, no, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna get more.
A little bit more. He doesn't want to give it up either.
They go back and forth. These guys are like future. This should have been ECW back in the day.
All right.
Oh, that was a weak shot. That was a weak shot. That was a botch. Oh, there it is. The double tap. You know, the double tap. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I'm like, these little kids, bro, are going to grow up to be workers. They're going to be working some indie show, you know, when they're fucking like 23, jumping off of fucking ladders through some light bulbs.
Yeah, it's gonna be a trash can on a pole match or something.
It might be. It might be. But now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a second. Like, I was a worker. I bet you that we could sell that shit better than they could. You know? This is what I'm thinking. So when I had to Scott, you know, because he's got resources. I think I gotta take a sip before I do this. I had to Scott bring in a metal trash can. Scott, if you would put it in the middle here.
Let's see here. Right here.
It may not be quite the same, you know. But what we're gonna do is me and Scott,
You guys have at it.
we're gonna take the shots to the dome.
That
Frank's
little-
gonna press the pedal.
That little trash
I can
can.
tell Frank's like, oh, when Peasy gets an idea.
Well, we'll see. Really, you know, really the future work. Oh God,
It still goes up so slow.
that's because you gotta get a nice, you know.
Then what? The whole table's gonna collapse. You know?
We just want to. I want to see what gets good sound on this.
Sounds like I'm going first.
You're probably better off just pressing it.
Yeah.
I'm in prime position over
Yeah,
here.
that's right, Scott.
This thing's tiny.
Come on.
Oh boy. All right, let's do
You
this.
gotta
take the headphones off. What are you
You gotta
doing?
commit.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna.
gotta,
Yeah,
like, go right
absolutely.
in.
You gotta do this or
I don't
not?
know what's coming.
Why? Why did you do that?
Because otherwise you're gonna hit his face.
Why did you just? What is that? What's on Scott's 3 ounce done?
Yeah, that was. You gotta. He doesn't commit. You gotta put your head into it. So this is where the impact.
Let's see it.
All right.
We have it. Oh!
Scott, you want another go or what?
I guess I'll do it.
This will make it good as with noise. Oh! It's because he's getting the noise. Let me get another one. Come on. Oh, God.
Come on, Scott, one more.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the top of my head's going to be red.
This guy's the worst sell job in the world. He's the worst sell.
He didn't even sell. He goes,
I know, for a mark, it's against hit. Pow. Oh, God.
Oh, God, man.
I don't know, man.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't get hit in the head with Scott's trash can. This is probably what he puts his foot on when he's taking a shit.
Oh, my God, yo.
His vacuum trash can.
Scott, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. I am so glad that you were like a fucking, like a Mark instead of, or I should say Scott instead of a worker.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know it was a sanctioned contest.
Dude, I mean, that was literally horrible.
That was terrible, bro.
You should like be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, what's going on with you, man? You know, what's going on? You can't take a hit from a trash can? Your own trash can at that?
Yeah, Scott, I mean, he's right. What the hell happened to you?
All right, give me one more go.
Listen.
Give me one more go.
All right.
He's asking for another go.
Oh, that was bad.
Ready?
Oh, there he goes. He sold it. He sold
my chair over.
He even knocked his chair over. Wow.
Oh, my God. This is the greatest day
There
ever.
it is. Oh, he's got the beer. He's hurt.
Oh, my God.
He's cooling it off.
He's
swelling right now.
Scott might be busted open.
I wish we had Scott do a blade job.
Dude, I mean, that would be pretty crazy. If the Scott did a blade job, dude, no, we can't do that.
You guys should have did a blade job for that.
We can't do that. We can't do no blade in here. You know, this is a public, show. Everybody wants the real thing. So in order to do that, we're going to give them the real thing. So let's get into a little bit of news. Yeah, that's right. We bring you the best when it comes to the news here at 2B Blunt, right here in the new newsroom. It's going down.
Right. We're in the newsroom.
That's right. You thought Kincaid was a great reporter. Wait till you get a load of this guy. How do you like my new news music?
I love it, man. It's great.
That's great.
It's awesome.
That's great. I know, it's great. It's kind of epic. Let's go on a little news, though, starting off right here in our home state of Connecticut. So there's like
tons of laws going on.
There's tons, Frank. Absolutely, you're right.
Tons.
There's tons of new laws and taxes. Like, I know we got people that listen in from like overseas and shit, but listen, you guys don't understand. All right, where we're from here is crazy. This guy running our state is a madman. He doesn't know what he's doing. And he's just, taxing everything.
We say that about every governor.
That's true. Well, this guy's like, this is the biggest.
Besides the last one that we liked, he ended up in federal prison for 20 years.
Yeah, but like.
What was that, Roland?
This guy's giving the biggest tax increases of all time. Connecticut history.
Yeah, it's bad.
But it's not just the tax increases that's happening. There's some other laws going into effect. I want to get your reaction on. I want to get your take on this, right? The first thing they're doing is they're going to raise the smoking age to 21.
That's good. I don't have a problem with that.
You have a problem with that, Scott?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but
why you have a problem?
What
with
time?
That?
What age were you when you started smoking?
Yeah, I mean, if it was 21, it should be, man.
Can you imagine being stuck at 18 right now? You just turned 18. Maybe bought your first pack of smokes.
And then, like,
a month later,
you should have bought a carton then. Hold on to those bad boys.
Oh my God. Then they're going to be, increasing the minimum wage, which we already talked about. This is about the taxes. I'm going to skip that shit because that's not crazy to me. So they got new gun laws requiring safe storage of guns even when unloaded. And they know a minor under 18 could access with no permission, which, I mean, that makes sense. But then they go on to clarify. Pistols and revolvers will have to be left locked in the trunk safe or locked glove box. Locked glove box. Wow, I can't even talk right now. If left unattended in your vehicle.
So what do you mean you can't carry?
That's what it sounds like. But I mean, what do they expect people to walk inside and be like, "Hey, this is my shit"? Like walking to a fucking Walmart.
No, they're just saying if you're gonna be not in your car with the gun, then it has to be in one of 3 places. It can't just be on your front seat. Like, hey, come steal me.
I mean, I guess.
Right? That's what I'm reading. Pistols and revolvers will have to be left in locked trunk safe or locked glove box if you're not in your car.
You're right. You know what? Maybe I read it wrong.
You're 0 for 2.
0 for 2. That's got to be the chest injury.
That makes sense. But I feel like, I don't know, some people probably be like, they don't want their gun to get, I don't know, quote unquote, overheated. I dated a girl once. She had a gun. And she brought it into my house. Like, I don't own a gun, right? Like, I never have. But, like, she brought the gun in my house, and I was like, fuck, she saw this. Like, this is it. This is the end of my life right now. She's going to fucking kill me. But, yeah, her claim was she didn't want to leave it in her car because she was afraid of it getting overheated. I don't know.
But this is telling you if you leave it in your car, you could only leave it in your glove box or your trunk.
But she didn't want to leave it in there because she thought it was going to get overheated. That's what she said. I don't know. There's the big digital tax everyone's talking about, where if you got like Spotify Premium or Apple Music or anything like that, you're getting taxed. You know, people already started getting.
What are the tax? What's the tax? 6%?
I don't know. You know
1%?
Is it just like automatically? Do I have to pay extra attention to my like?
Spotify already sent out the
statements?
notifications like to their users.
Really?
Yeah, I guess I got one. Well, I got Spotify Premium. Do you?
Yeah, but I only have it through Facebook. Maybe I don't have it.
Maybe you don't have it now.
I have it. I have premium, but I don't have I don't have email notifications.
I don't know. I don't like it. I get real heated whenever I see a charge from iTunes that I like didn't even know I did.
Well, speaking of charges, you got to hear what they're doing with these charges about vehicle theft and minors. New law coming in. Minors charged with stealing or misusing a vehicle can participate in a program to address conditions or behaviors relating to stealing. And the charges can then be dismissed upon completion. So basically, instead of getting like thrown in the juvie or some shit or getting charged, you can just go through this program, pass it, and like, so let you go.
I got caught with weed. I had to just go to a weed program. They let me go. So,
dude, like, what? So they gonna steal a car again? Like, you know, like.
Hopefully it changes them. You know, the statistics are against them, but we hope the programs rehabilitate.
What are these lawmakers doing to sit around like, oh, you know what? We should just lesser the charge for minors if they steal cars. Like, why are we worried about that? It's like, what? What are you doing, yo? What are you doing? They got some weird shit called upskirting, you know, where they have to clarify what exactly upskirting is, which is like when, you know, snapping shots of people, you know.
So taking like dick pics and titty
no,
pics
like going like, you know, people like, you know, do the nasty shit, you know, where they like will snap under a girl's skirt, they don't know, or something. You know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like, do
that
we really need to
the old trick?
I was gonna say we didn't have to
on your shoes.
Yeah, I thought we had to I thought it was a joke that we had to define what that was, and then the way you just looked at me makes you think maybe we didn't have to define
upskirting.
So
I
you're
never
saying,
heard it called that. I mean,
like you're saying you can.
I didn't even
take
think
a
that was
certain
a
type
thing.
of pic.
No, it's just clarifying what it is.
Oh, okay.
Which makes no sense.
So they're giving it a definition is basically. So if you take a picture of someone's dress, it's now called upskirting.
Yeah, which is an offense. You know.
Now you're going to be fined.
That's right. And then if they let you on parole, now everybody's going to know about it. Because with this other transparent processing data law going in effect, if you get paroled, we'll be able to see how, when, and why you got paroled.
That's great.
Go look it online.
That's great.
Which is great. Because how many times has someone got a release and then does something stupid?
Yeah.
You know? And then we're all sitting here like, well, why the fuck did they let this guy out?
There's a guy that walks my neighborhood like pretty much every day from like 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. He wears flannels and sweatpants all year long, and he never wears shoes.
What?
He's about 22 years old, and I always walk by him, and he's like laughing or talking to himself. And I'm like, I really wish like I knew what this guy like his deal was. You know,
Damn.
Maybe he was paroled.
Damn, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Well, you know what?
Now I'll know.
Yeah, if it's true. Now you can look it up and find out. But one last thing that really bugged me was the change in in this opioid clause, which is basically if a doc prescribing more than 12 weeks supply, then they have to establish a treatment agreement or discuss a care plan with the patient, which basically is saying like they can be on the drug for 12 weeks before any kind of interaction has to happen, which is crazy. 12 fucking weeks, bro.
12 weeks.
12 weeks, bro. Not like we have an opioid crisis in Connecticut, and they're like, oh no, we're just gonna let them have 12 weeks on this shit.
3 months.
And you have, I mean, a lot of these people are just getting it, and they're not even using it, so they're not even getting piss
Facts.
tests, you know?
Facts.
And they got 12 weeks to get it in their system. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
And then everyone's dying because this is what hooks them in the first place.
That's right. It's sad. But we got to turn it up because I don't want to get too, the tone changed here. Let's go into some funny stuff, Natty Light, the next headline, it's about Natty Light. And we all drank the Natty Light back in the day.
Yeah, I like the Keystone. I was a Keystone guy.
Keystone
How about
guy?
you guys? Yeah.
Yeah, no, when I was at college, UConn, man, Keystone Light. That's what it was
Keystone,
all about.
Yeah,
baby.
Keystone. I've had a lot of Keystone in my day. I never drank Natty, really. But this guy in Germany smelled smoke in his car. He was driving. He pulls over. He saw flames come from under the hood. What's he do? He put the fire out with the only liquid he had handy. It was a beer. And it worked. He grabbed the beer and put the fire out.
There's an alcohol.
It really is watered down beer. That's right. The firefighter showed up and there was literally nothing left to do. It's just
That's
crazy.
funny. That's great.
I mean, what a waste of a perfectly good beer. But geez, I can't believe it worked. It just shows how watered down that shit is.
The firefighters should have at least replenished him.
That's true. That
But
is
I
true.
think booze has to be really high proof to be ignite on fire, right? Like Bacardi 151, I think, is the only one I know of.
Yeah, can you imagine if vodka was the only thing he had in his car?
That's true. That's true. Well, you know what? I got one more headline that I want to get into here. It's the New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey governors are meeting to discuss marijuana legalization. What they want to do is come up with a standardized, system across states, so that they don't want people driving to New York because it's cheaper, going to Jersey because they can get this but can't get that in New York or whatever it might be.
That's genius.
Which is
That's
okay.
like mafia style.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is,
fucking something that little monster.
New York and New Jersey, like, all right, you're gonna come here. We're gonna have a meeting.
Yeah,
You guys have medical. Well, guess what? Now we're gonna control everything. Yeah,
it's like the
it's
Godfather.
basically like the Godfather.
The New York governor, probably call the meeting, the boss.
I was always a fan of the Jersey boys, the Sopranos clan over there.
Get them in Jersey. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
So they meet, and in New York and Connecticut, governors, they agree to do some plans, and they're going to execute legalization hopefully by 2020. Okay. I mean, that's great. We've been waiting. A little later than they said it was going to be originally, but at the same time, by 2020, with the way these taxes are going up, we're not going to be able to afford it.
No, you're not.
You know,
it's still going to be cheaper to buy it on the street.
Obviously, because then they're going to have a flower tax, a concentrate tax, a smoking device tax on the little plastic bottles they use to fill the cannabis with, tax on the carts, tax on recycling the carts. You know what I mean?
Nuts. But they make it expensive. You go to the dispensary, you're paying $60 an eighth for something you could get for $40.
Yeah, of course.
Or like 20 in the high 20s if you buy in bulk. Right?
Yeah.
Yep,
you're right. You're right. And I'm glad they're doing it.
Always be
of
there.
course,
and
but
it's
Jesus,
great to
bro.
have the convenience.
Yeah, it is.
It
is, but it's just.
But I'll use it in
everything's going to be
worst-case
fucking
scenarios.
taxed to death, bro. It's devastating.
Yeah, that's the way the world works, unfortunately.
I know. I gotta get
That's
out of
America.
I gotta get out of this funk. You know what we're gonna do?
I know who to call.
That's right. Let's call up Don Kincaid and see if we can get the dirt, because we have a huge week of wrestling and a huge day today.
It's a great time to turn the leaf here.
That's right. Exactly. We got to turn a leaf.
Scott's checking in this 1-star beer. Yo, you got that blunt? Where's that lighter?
Ladies and gentlemen, exclusive breaking news brought to you by the Kincaid Hotline. And now, renowned reporter Don Kincaid.
It's Don Kincaid, baby!
That's right, Don. Me, Frank, and Scott here. We got the minutes loaded up. We had a big day of news. I want to hear what you got, baby.
What's up, Easy Frank and the Stop? What's up, baby?
What's up, Don? How you doing?
Don Kincaid, baby.
What's up, Don?
Well, I've been hitting the old OG clip pen and I got some good shit for you. But, hey, I got something to start with, and I hope you don't hang up on me, because I'm going to use these 2 words, Jose Canseco. Don't hang up on me, okay? Don't
I
hang
love
up on
Jose Canseco.
me. All right, listen, baby. All right.
I'm
Former
listening.
MLB player Jose Canseco, who doesn't have any known wrestling experience, will apparently make his pro wrestling debut
No
in
way, Jose.
November.
Jose Canseco.
This man, he's boxed. He's boxed. He's done MMA. Jose Canseco is an all-around athlete, Don. And don't think for a second he's not going to show out.
Oh, that's right. Tell him, Frank.
He's searching for Sasquatches. Are you shitting me, Frank?
Wow.
He's a former Bash brother, steroid user.
Wait, Frank's all fired up over. Hey, check this shit out, baby. Hey, now, on November 3rd at World Class Revolution, they present Oklahomania 4 live in, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Admore, Oklahoma, on pay-per-view, streaming live on the Fight TV, and that's where you can see the debut of Okay.
Oh, God, you're done.
Have some respect for an all-around athlete.
Yeah, and my minutes. Damn, Don, by the time you get his name out, 10 minutes will go by.
So, Don, who's Jose
whatever.
Canseco fighting? Anyways, anyone of noteworthiness?
It says no opponent is set yet. That's what I do know. I know the date. I know the place. I know the federation, but I do not know his opponent.
All right, Don.
Well, hey man, Frank is on fire. Hey, Peasy, I saw you coughing up on that King Palm over there. Did you blow a pectoral muscle, if you will?
Bro, I think I did, dude. I literally, dude, every cough and laugh hurts so bad right now.
Oh, God. Hey, I got some more NWA news, and I know I don't really put that out much, but check this out, man. We've got some female wrestlers coming in to their TV taping, and the reason why I am mentioning this is because we have our very own Ashley Box will be in NWA on the TV taping, along with Marty Bell, who's been on Impact Wrestling. She's been in WWE. She's been all over. And then we've got Thunder Rosa. Those 3 females will be debuting in the NWA TV tapings on September 30 and October 1st, baby. You don't seem that excited.
Oh, we're excited.
We're excited.
We're just consulting Peasy with his pectoral injury.
Gee whiz. All right, hey, you touch his titty. You touch his titty, and I'll continue the news.
We didn't touch his titty. We were trying to lift his spirits, let him know everything's going to be all right.
That's
All right,
right.
hey, you got a nice support group over there, PJ. That's very nice of the gents. I got you.
I'm glad.
Hey, since the Scott is in studio, I've got WWE NXT rating numbers. Would you care to take a guess? The Scott on the
The
viewership.
Scott has his bold prediction yet again this week.
Well, for last night, I'm not. I mean, I'll be honest. I actually just looked it up about like 30 minutes ago. Wasn't it?
right.
It was it was lower than last week though. It was like a 1 point. It was higher than a 1, right? It was like 1.0 something. I don't know. You tell
Yeah,
me.
man. It was a 1.006. That's way down from the 1.179 from the previous week.
I mean, it's not really that much less.
Hey, that's a couple 100,000 viewers, baby. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but they ran a rematch of the second half of the network as the main
They did.
event on USA, which was, I thought, a bad move.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I didn't understand why they did that.
The same exact
Absolutely, man.
stipulation, a street fight rematch.
It's the same, yeah.
Give me every other type of match, but not the same exact gimmick.
And I think
So
the
now
wrong
that
guy
we-
went over, yo.
Totally.
So now that we've seen 2 back-to-back weeks of NXT on the USA Network, now next week that brings us AEW Dynamite. Now on the AEW Dynamite, I gotta go to my hold on real quick because I just got this breaking news not even like an hour ago. Check this out. There is a lineup. There is an updated lineup for the debuting of AEW on TNT, and the lineup goes as such: Chris Jericho and a mystery partner versus the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. AEW Women's title match, Nyla Rose versus Riho. Cody versus Sammy Guevara. Adam Page versus Pac. MJF versus Brandon Cutler. And an appearance by one, Jon Moxley.
Wow. Don, I'll tell you, though, these guys don't believe me, but I predict that AEW is going to beat NXT in the ratings next week.
I actually think it is because the buzz has
It's the
been
debut
so
show.
Of course they're
high.
going to beat them.
Now you're going to give it to me.
Whoa. Of course, week one, it's going to
gonna
be,
beat 'em.
everyone's going to tune in to see what
We've
it
had
is.
2 weeks of NXT.
Hey, since we're talking this, Scott, do you have a prediction on the numbers that AEW Dynamite will bring in on TNT?
All right, so I don't think it's going to be above a 2, but I'm going to predict a 1.65 for AEW.
1.65.
And I'm gonna go-
You heard it right here.
And I'm going to go with a 1.45 for NXT. But I think there's going to be a lot of flipping back and forth.
Kincaid,
Wow.
what's your prediction?
Hey, I'm not the Scott. I don't make predictions. I just bring the facts.
But Scott, all his predictions are always wrong.
I do prediction. Don does the spoilers.
That's true.
Hey,
Wow.
I got some WWE news to close this off, baby. Because
All right, what do you got, Don?
There's some going on behind the scenes with the whole broadcasting scenario between NXT, between SmackDown, between Raw. There's a lot of things changing. And now Renee Young will be getting her own TV studio show on FS1 called WWE Backstage. It is set to debut on Tuesday, November 5th. And Renee Young will be joined by none other than King Booker himself as an analysis. Yeah. It's going to be some good time. So
The 5-time
we gotta-
WCW champion?
Five time.
Five time. That's 3. 5 time. That's 4. 5 time. That's 5-time champion. King Booker T, baby. Hey, and check this shit out. Now, speaking of the announce team, both Raw and SmackDown are getting a big makeover commentator style because here we go. With Monday Night Raw going on to Fox TV, we have the new commentator team will be Vic Joseph, Dio Madden, and Jerry Lawler are going to be
Okay.
the 3 guys. Yes,
That's
that'll be
interesting.
commentating for Raw. Now, on Friday Night SmackDown, it will be Michael Cole. Now, Michael Cole has been doing, I don't know, WWE Raw since 2008. I'm telling you, man, this is
Long
a big
time.
move. So
Long
it's going to be
time.
Michael Cole and Corey Graves together. And supposedly there's going to be sprinkles of Renee Young as a contributor. We will see if that comes to fruition when they come to Fox.
That's
Oh, wow.
They're
All
going
right.
all in for the primetime spot. They're taking their A-team announce team and they're moving over to Friday night.
You know, I think this has a lot to do with Fox because Fox wants them shaking up to them before they hit their airwaves, baby.
It looks like they're primed to be the A show.
So
That's right.
we'll see what's going on, man.
It has
guess
to
it
be-
will.
It has to be the A show. There's no doubt about it.
True that.
Well, you guys, you take care. You do the you. Hey.
Oh, boy, Don.
You guys take care of easy pectoral muscle, and you. Oh God!
You're an
I almost fell
asshole.
over. Holy shit! Hey, you guys. Peace out, easy.
Peace out, Don.
Thanks, Don.
It's Brian Pillman Jr. I am 1/3 of the New Heart Foundation on Major League Wrestling, and you are listening to Peasy on the To Be Blunt podcast.
That's right. And we're back. Wow, big news coming off from Don Kincaid. We got announced team changes. We got,
I'm surprised he didn't give us one of the latest things that happened this week is John Morrison signing to WWE.
I know, that is huge. What the hell happened with that? Don?
You know?
I think it was still on the line.
Well, at least he knew it. But I'm excited for that. You know, that guy's going to be mid-card to main event material as soon as he
That's
jumps in,
right.
right? I mean,
so,
he's made a name.
are we officially going to call that breaking news? Right here?
That is breaking
Frank
news,
Knox
yeah.
breaking news?
The return of John Morrison.
That's right. Tell him, Frank.
The return of John Morrison. This maybe Friday on SmackDown.
Wow.
I had to throw my Don Kincaid
The
impersonation.
Shaman of SmackDown returning?
Man.
Could it be?
Or is it going to be Johnny 205?
No way.
You know?
He's not going there to be buried. He's made a name himself everywhere he went, every place he went, man. You know?
I don't know.
That's true.
Miz needs something right now. Miz and Morrison might be
That would be
reuniting.
Ah, dude, that would be awesome.
That would be great.
It would be awesome.
Awesome. Wow. So next week, guys, we have a shit ton of wrestling.
Oh, dude.
The
I
beginning
know where
of
to
the
start.
Wednesday Night War.
We got Raw on Monday.
Season premiere.
That's right. You know what, Scott? I'm glad you brought that up, actually, before I even got that. Why is it that if they're broadcasting or promoting the next 2 weeks of TV as season premieres,
I don't know.
were these 2 shows from this past week not promoted as season finales?
Right?
That's true.
That's all I kept
Who
asking
knows?
myself all night.
They just try to hype themselves up.
They
man.
never announced the season.
if I
finale
pull
of
up
wrestling.
my-
it's always the season premiere of Monday Night Raw.
Absolutely.
If I pull up my TV guide, it doesn't say it's like the season premiere. It says it's like episode 37 of season, I don't know, what are we on, 23 or something like that?
Whenever Vince wants the season to premiere, it premieres.
It's true. So now we got Raw Monday. We got now newly announced Impact Wrestling joining Access TV. So they're going to be on Tuesday. All right. Along with the new breaking news from Don Kincaid, the new studio show at 11 p.m. WWE Backstage. with
Wow.
Renee Young.
I think
and
they
Jim
dropped the
Booker.
ball. They should have called it Sports Entertainment Center, but,
Yeah, they fucked up.
I don't think that starts till November, though, actually.
It's true. Wednesdays, we got NXT and AEW, 8 o'clock.
And limited commercial breaks.
That's right. But everyone's going to watch AEW because everybody
Everyone
wants to know what it's
watch it.
about. You can do the DVR with NXT.
But the thing is, I'm afraid it's going to be exactly what I think it is.
Well, I know.
Disappointment.
Nitro.
A real
baby.
dull down version of Nitro.
We'll see.
They got 10 guys.
Their crowd will be a lot bigger than the NXT
This
audience.
is true.
They got 10 guys.
This is true. But
Now,
you got the boys. I have to say it. I'm telling you right now, Scott. You want a bold prediction? Let me give you a bold
What do you
prediction.
got? What do you got?
From my years in the the business, which haven't been many, but there's one thing I can tell you. All right, there's one thing I can tell you. Is anytime the boys in the back are running the show, nothing good happens.
Nothing.
All right.
Okay.
And so right now they might be in the honeymoon stage. Everybody's happy-go-lucky. Him and the Young Bucks and Adam Page and Kenny Omega, and they're all buddy and shit. There's gonna come a time, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but maybe the year after. Who knows? Maybe sooner. That someone's gonna fucking disagree, and there's gonna be, beef. You're gonna have heat all over the place, and then Tony Khan's only gonna have so much money to dispose to fix these errors that they will inevitably make, until he says I can't do it anymore.
You think so, huh?
I don't know. I feel like who they have on the roster is just.
That's right.
I
If you
feel
if
like
you
they
don't
got a
agree,
dozen
call in.
dudes.
I mean,
Up
anything
top.
can happen. We've
Maximum.
seen it all, right? So
Say
anything
call
can happen.
in. I want to hear everyone's opinion on this. 860-384-7110. What is your opinion of AEW and the company as a whole? How long they're going to last?
I don't think too long unless they start signing. They have any developmental deals going.
Yeah.
If they have feeders,
they don't have anything.
they have nothing.
What are they going to work off of?
If you ask Kenny Omega, they don't need developmental.
So what? You're just gonna watch the same 8 guys try to headline a pay-per-view every single.
I think they got something in their
who
back
wants
pocket.
to see
I think
Christopher Daniels? Nobody.
I think they got a lot more of a roster than we know of than
Who
what
wants
they've
to see
what they've
Marco
told
Stunt?
us.
Nobody.
Well, I definitely don't.
We know Scott doesn't.
I don't
We know damn well the Scott doesn't.
Who wants to see LAX? Nobody.
No, I hear you. I mean, how as a fan are we supposed to keep up with all these shows? Then of course Friday SmackDown.
I know, and we have obligations, right? We have to
Thank
be here to
God
talk about
Thursday
it.
podcast day is free.
That's the only day that's free. Luckily, we ended up picking Thursday.
that's
I know, we really got lucky there,
got lucky.
actually.
I know, right? For all you viewers out there that watch wrestling every other day of the week, now you have our podcast to tune
We
into
only
as well.
knew Monday and Tuesday were good when we started.
We're
this
live
week.
just
That's
like
right.
everybody
Now
else.
look what's happening.
We were like, oh, we'll do Thursday in case any news trickles in.
That's right. We said Thursday because that was the last day of TV, NXT,
Yeah.
the network. I don't know how we're going to keep up with that shit on the podcast. I hope Don Kincaid's going to step up, They can't be doing all this shit.
We're going to have to pick and choose,
We're
We're going to have to fill each other in.
Well, which show's got the most banking on it next week?
AEW, 100%.
I don't know. I think.
Well, no, we said last week it is going to be
Yeah.
SmackDown.
I think SmackDown. I mean, on the major network, we already saw what looks to be, a look into the future with different camera angles this past week and everything. So
I wasn't a big fan
and
of that.
Brock Lesnar's first televised match,
Not just camera angles. They had all new cameras.
in 15 years.
They had all new cameras.
Well, they're putting all the chips on Brock Lesnar.
Well, which one are you looking forward to most, Frank?
I'm looking forward to. I want to see what AEW has Dynamite. I don't think SmackDown's going to change too much besides the change of championship.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's probably going to be the only significant change of the show.
Yep.
We'll see. I do find it interesting, though. There's a pay-per-view 2 days after the SmackDown premiere. And on the SmackDown side of things, I don't think there's any SmackDown matches listed for the pay-per-view. They're doing pay-per-view matches for that first show.
What do you mean?
Like I'm saying, they just did Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens ladder match, and that's not a Hell in a Cell. That's on the debut on Fox.
Right.
You
I thought
got
it was on
Kofi
the
Kingston.
pay-per-view.
It's not. No, look it up. It's on SmackDown on Fox. You can ask
Wow.
Kincaid. And then Brock Lesnar and Kofi Kingston for the title. There's no WWE title match for Hell in a Cell, but that title match, it's on SmackDown on Fox. Plus, you got a number of legends
Well, how
next
about,
week.
is there any SmackDown matches announced in Hell in a Cell? Maybe we're going to finally see the split of brands.
I don't think even if officially have they said Bailey Charlotte yet for a rematch. I don't think they have.
No,
Yeah, I
they
think you're
have
right.
Sasha, so maybe we're going to officially.
Yeah, so the Raw side of things is all set for Hell in a Cell, but the SmackDown side of things, I don't know.
Maybe it's
kind of up in the
fill
air.
up with Raw. Maybe it won't be a SmackDown. Maybe they'll just split pay-per-views like they used to do.
Wow, really? That's one way to look at it. Yo.
I mean,
They could run a pay-per-view every 2 weeks.
every time they try that, they always seem to go back the other way because they lose buy rates, I guess,
There's
or
no
quote
buy
unquote
rate.
network subscriptions.
There's
I
no
guess.
buy rate when you have two. When you're going to have 2 pay-per-views a month. That's, money.
Yeah.
We'll see. I
I
mean,
hope there's no way they can keep up with 2 pay-per-views a month. They're going to have to switch off. There's no fucking way they're going to run 2 pay-per-views a month. If
Why
they
not? Because you're running a whole pay-per-view cycle on a separate show.
Yeah, but there's no way they're going to be able to keep the audiences with that. I don't know.
I'll tell you, if they do separate pay-per-views, it's better for the talent because we see so much talent left off of pay-per-views because they're dual-branded pay-per-views. If they go back to separate pay-per-views or separate brand pay-per-views, yeah, we'll see a lot more of the talent that was deserving to be on those shows.
Yeah, that's why not? They have the talent. Here comes AEW trying to knock on the door. Here comes Impact holding on by their fingernails off a cliff, and they have a chance to
We shall
really
see.
shine their talent because otherwise these guys are going to get pissed off and leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, you're right. But every time they've done brand pay-per-views, they started in 2003, and it lasted till 2007 before they started going back to dual pay-per-views. And then they tried it again in 2016 after the second draft. And then that only lasted till, I want to say, April of last year, 2018, before they started going back to dual brand pay-per-views.
I don't think they've been knowing what they were going to do the past year. At all, because they pushed that wild card rule, and now it's not existent anymore.
Right. Well, that's why we got the draft coming, right?
We got the draft coming, all right. You know what else we had? Fucking new theme debut on fucking Monday.
I don't even know how to feel about that theme.
Listen, I wish it was released so I could play it. That's the worst part about this. The OC comes out. They got this brand new theme.
Terrible.
If you had it, you would only need like a 15-second clip because I feel like it's looped.
I don't even know where to look for it.
It's terrible.
It was so bad. And it was like some knockoff Rage Against the Machine or something. You know?
It wasn't even needed.
I think there was like one line of lyric, and it was just repeated over and over again. I don't remember what it was, but
What was it?
I said I don't remember
I
what
thought
it
you
was.
said you do remember.
Damn, yeah. I wish I actually had it, you know?
It's got to be out on YouTube or something.
It probably is. Yeah, there is. There's a little gimmick for it, you know?
People are hating on it. It's the internet.
But
Wow,
that means
sorry.
they didn't
Sound
get,
effects.
They didn't get rid of
Sound
AJ Styles' theme though, right? Like,
No, it was just
No,
no.
'cause his theme's fire.
No, it was
But
definitely.
it's a group theme, but it definitely replaced, I guess, the last Anderson Gallo
It's just a
theme.
Rage Against the
Well,
Machine.
it's Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, getting set for a heavyweight tag team.
Of course, that's the
clash.
Viking Raiders theme playing.
There we go.
Okay. I was like, who the fuck is this at first?
We're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're coming for you.
I don't know. Listen, there's been a big problem, all right? Since CFO left, it's been nothing but terrible themes. And I'm going to start with number one, Buddy Murphy. What happened? That guy had a great theme. Mm-hmm. He had a great theme.
Now it's garb.
And now it's terrible.
Yeah, since CFO left that I know of, well, we had Buddy Murphy had a new theme. I know
Cesaro's theme is shit.
Yeah, Cesaro got
that
that
might have
weird.
still been CFO. I'm not sure. I don't know because that was back in May.
That theme is shit, dude. And
I know,
they're
it's
just
terrible.
burying Cesaro.
I hate it too.
There's
I hate it.
Eric Rowan with his new theme, which I don't mind that one. But then
It's terrible. What do you mean?
I don't know.
That shit's terrible. Everything's terrible. Everything's
This OC one though was just bad, man.
It's bad.
CFO, they came up with some gems. Obviously, the legend will always be Jim Johnston.
Always.
Yeah, but like
He had the most fire.
And they're messing up with him right now because his last theme that he ever created was Baron Corbin's, and now it got mixed with that King gimmick this week.
Well, you want to know what? I got some breaking news. Speaking of fucking, what's his name? Jim Johnston. He actually is doing a theme for one of the guys in Ring of Honor.
I thought you were going to say AEW.
Oh, Ring of Honor.
In Ring of Honor, though.
That's
Interesting.
right. PCO.
Get out of here.
PCO's got a theme coming up. He's debuting this Friday.
You know, he did his original theme back in like '95 for
Yeah, of course.
Jean-Pierre Lafitte. Probably did the Quebecer theme too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That might have been Jimmy Hart though. I don't
Jim
know.
Johnston's coming back, maybe making a comeback. But like
on the indie scene.
Yeah, on the indie scene, of course. Well, ROH isn't exactly indie, but I mean, it's just the new guys they have now. Whoever's doing these themes is terrible, bro. And now the OC is their latest victim. And it just makes me think, like, there was just so many good themes back in the day, you know? So many good themes. Like, what makes a good theme memorable, you know? Like, nothing they're putting out today is like...
You know what, man? Like, I was thinking about this earlier, and it's like, we listen to music today, it's like, what's good on the radio today? Nothing.
Right.
And they're trying to get that audience of the people in ages when we started watching wrestling.
That's true.
Man, there's been some great themes out there. And if there's any callers out there that want to tell us their favorite themes, call in. What's the number, piece?
860-384-7110. I want to know. I know you guys want to know, the audience, what is your favorite theme? Definitely call in, because I'd love to hear what the To Be Blunt universe thinks.
What's your favorite theme?
My favorite theme, bro. I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious what my favorite theme is, you know.
Degeneration.
That is a great theme.
Suck it right here. You know? That's my shit. That's my shit. It's a classic.
That's a classic.
It's not even a Jim Johnston theme, is it? No.
No, that's
Who's that band? Because I know
the Chris Warren band, I think.
Yeah, something Chris Warren. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you what, that's that good shit. But you, Scott, what's your favorite theme?
Man, you put the Scott on the spot. I didn't really think this one through. In recent times, I mean, like I really dig the Usos theme.
Their new one?
But all time, man,
The Down Since Day One theme.
Undisputed Era theme's really good too.
That is great right now. But we're saying all time.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like I play this one in the gym, man, all the time. Like I get real hyped up on this.
See this guy walking into the gym, swiping his key card.
Oh, that's your story.
You know?
With his sleeveless Jimmy Seafood Under Armour hoodie or his Project Rock gear, ready to do some
He's definitely got that Under Armour Dwayne Johnson, gimmicks.
You guys are reciting my Tuesday of this week right now.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Frank? You know?
And for me, there's just nothing like that glass shatter and that Stone Cold theme, man. It's my favorite theme, hands down.
But which one?
Even the remake with Disturbed was good, too.
Yeah, which version of the Stone Cold theme?
The original, man. The glass shattering.
The glass?
Yeah. There we go. This is it.
Oh, hell yeah! Give me some beer, some vodka, tequila, more beer, more weed, more beer, and that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold says so.
And there's nothing like hearing that theme live.
That's right, Scott heard it at MSG.
That's right.
Probably not the only place either.
I've heard it live in my life. Not shows when I was a child.
Yeah, that's true. Me too. You're right.
Raws or
yeah.
house shows when it would come to the Civic Center.
I really, I wish there's so many themes that
I mean, I seen some rumor. Speaking of Stone Cold, that he was, he was ready. He was in ring gear. He was in ring shape. His nerves never felt better.
Oh, that's right. I heard about this today, too, that he said that he might be up for one more match.
One more match.
Oh, one more match? He's had some great matches.
One more match.
I think we're going to see him one more time.
You think so? Well, speaking of matches,
yeah,
though.
why not?
That's a good point. Why not?
He's on, he's got his show on USA. It's doing great.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe the season finale will be so many fights at WrestleMania.
Maybe so.
He gives him a stunner right there in his, his show.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It'd be great to see him. Favorite theme, though.
True. I think I need to take a smoke break. We've been going at it for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and run some theme. Something good for the break. We're going to light something up over here on the 2B Blunt podcast. I'm going to wrap myself in some tape.
I'm going to check this fantasy football trade that just went through in my league, and I'm probably going to veto it.
Oh, there you go. All right, 2B Blunt podcast. We'll be right back.
Straight out of down stop.
Made up high heel. Made up high heel. Made up high heel. Made up high heel.
I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell.
Made up high heel.
Get high.
Made up high heel.
Get high.
Made up high heel.
Get high.
Made up high heel.
Get high. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke. Let go.
Haters be riding my dick. I'll be back on the block and I'm sipping the fifth. You question me, I'll be flipping the bricks. I take a sales and I'm leaving you hit. I'll be the problem. You gotta solve this. Taking that weed, no, I would've tossed. It better be heady, so hydro or kush. Anything less, well, I promise no push. Light up. You got a problem on the back on the scene. I put that green in the sit codeine. I'm loving that purple like I'm married to the bitch. I'll flip a few times and I'm gonna have to switch. Oh my, so high, man, I'm gonna have to sit. I take a few hits and I'm back to the shit. I don't ever quit cause I know they miss. I love that weed, so I'm gonna have to spit. How else am I gonna support my habit? Without this green, I'll be bouncing like a rabbit. Keep on feels bottled up inside. Put them on paper, that's how I survive. Running this shit, business that shit. I got the monkeys, made us so hit. Sipping some beer and some vodka, that's it. Made us so high, made us so lit.
Made up high heel. Made up high heel. Made up high heel. Made up high heel.
I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell.
Made up high heel.
Get high.
Made up high heel.
Get high.
Made up high heel.
Get high.
Made up high heel.
Get high. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell.
Made up high heel. Made up high heel. Made up high heel. Made up high heel.
I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke weed in hell. I love to smoke
Let go.
weed in
So
hell.
be loving my shit because all that I bring will be shit that's legit. I don't deceive you, no sense, no sticks. Just give me a Dutch and I'm rolling up thick. Let it on fire, then on my path. They definitely go hold it until collapse. They can't see a thing, but man, now it don't matter. I'm only here to take records and shadow. Yeah, man, I'm so high. There's so many hits. I'm like Superman because I'm flying this bitch. And I can never stop, I just keep on packing. Pump, passes, don't keep on rapping. And I can never stand for the he say, she say bullshit. People get spitting that hearsay. Throw their style, and they handle it my way. Bust out my jaws on the purples in Bombay. My boss is dude. Call him Big Lebowski. We getting fried. And then we very hungry. 2 hits from the butt, then you pass it. Oh man, now you're blasting.
Man, I'm high as hell. Man, I'm high as hell. Man, I'm high as hell. Man, I'm high as hell.
I love to smoke weed. Inhale. I love to smoke weed. Exhale. I love to smoke weed. Inhale. I love to smoke weed. Exhale.
Man, I'm high as hell.
Get high.
Man, I'm high as hell.
Get high.
Man, I'm high as hell.
Get high.
Man, I'm high as hell.
Get high. I love to smoke weed. Inhale. I love to smoke weed. Exhale. I love to smoke weed. Inhale. I love to smoke weed. Exhale.
Man, I'm high as hell. Man, I'm high as hell. Man, I'm high as hell. Man, I'm high as hell.
I love to smoke weed. Inhale. I love to smoke weed. Exhale. I love to smoke weed. Inhale. I love to smoke weed.
Yeah, it's the hippie, Dickie Moon, man. It's time to sit back, relax, and chill. You're tuned into the 2B Blunt podcast with Frank Knox and Peasy. Peace.
That's right, 2B Blunt Podcast. We are back, and you guys know what time it is, don't you?
What time is it?
It's time for my match of the week.
Oh.
That's right, baby. And now, out of Raw, out of SmackDown, out of NXT, my match of the week took place last night on the USA Network. Donovan Dijakovic versus Keith Lee.
Love it.
You're talking
Love it.
Two heavyweights that worked like they were cruiserweights.
That might be a match of the year candidate. I
That
knew
was
that was going to
great.
be your match of the week after I saw that.
It's not
I
the
knew it
first
before I
time,
saw
man.
it.
Not the first time.
Oh, he tore the other pectoral muscle with the sneeze.
We got a live sneeze on air. Vince McMahon would not be proud.
Yo, shit. That's it. But yeah, their first match, great. Their second match,
Peasy might be done
better.
for.
Oh, man.
I might have to raise his arm 3 times. He might be tapping out.
it was-
He can't even raise his arm. He probably can't raise it. He's gonna be like,
It was an incredible. It was incredible. Let me tell you, that match. It was the Canadian Destroyer, the moves. I mean, it was just back and forth.
Canadian
The
Destroyer off the
cells.
second rope.
I know, but how
Off
many
the top?
Canadian destroyers does it? You know, they used
And
to
they didn't even
finish
do it.
a
That was-
man.
yeah, it wasn't even the
They
end.
used to finish a normal man.
That did kind of make me upset where he didn't kick out, or where he did kick out. I mean, you know,
It's like a DDT these days, bro. It's like the Canadian Destroyer is the new DDT.
yeah, it's upsetting. But overall, though, I mean, you were just so invested into the match at that rate, it didn't matter. You know,
Man,
it didn't matter.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, chokeslam on the apron.
It was
I
great.
could watch those guys fight every single week.
It was great. I know.
I
agree.
wonder what Kenny Omega thinks of Donovan getting your match of the week.
You know, I don't give a shit what Kenny Omega
Yeah.
thinks.
You guys didn't watch Being the Elite this week. He calls him Donovan Dickhead.
Listen, Scott, let's make the record clear here.
Yeah,
I never
I watch
watched
it, you
Being
guys
the
don't.
Elite.
That's
You know
right.
what I
Me
mean?
neither. That's right. I don't know if anybody does watch Being the Elite. Let us know, because I cannot. Me and Frank can be the only ones that don't watch this show. LA 603-847-110. Do you watch Being the Elite? I don't know. I don't.
Oh, hell no.
Come on.
Oh, hell no.
If you watch it, listeners, call in. Tell them what they're missing out.
I don't know. I don't have. I'm not gonna watch a 20-minute YouTube show. You know, these guys just putting themselves over.
That's all it is. The Young Bucks, like, fucking.
That's my opinion.
holding
If
their
you
dicks
disagree,
for
let me
fucking
know.
20 minutes. I mean,
You know, I don't know. You know what else kind of pissed me off though?
What pissed you off?
Ah,
Oh God,
don't even get me started.
I know. Listen, what happened at the end of Raw was a travesty. All right, it was a travesty how the whole thing went down. And I don't know. Probably Scott's gonna disagree, but I know you agree with me, Frank.
I hate it.
This was bullshit. Listen, all right, I'm all for the Fiend getting put over. You know, I'm all for the Fiend looking strong, but I'm also not for the champion made it look like a piece of like a chicken shit.
Piece of cheese.
Piece of cheese, man. Piece of
No, you're just like he looked like Rey
Yeah, I mean, he
Mysterio.
was just kind of screaming out there.
But what are they doing with Seth, bro? His promos have been horrible lately. Horrible. This guy does not come off like a baby face. He just sounds like a little bitch. You
He
know?
has to like I mean, I don't know what he's like on that thin line, man, from heel to face.
Babyface Rollins needs to go. You know, he needs to go. And and I just don't understand. Like, they did the whole thing last week with, Fiend showing up and Rollins in the corner cowering, not looking at him, too scared to look, open his eyes, and the Fiend's all in his face, and it was cool the first time.
They did it again.
They did it again. First, they gave Seth Rollins plenty of time to crawl out. As this approach, crawling over to Seth, took so long, the dude could easily just slid right out.
Or stood up and kicked him in the head.
Right, and then curb stomped him.
Guys, come on. By now, you've never learned nothing's logical in wrestling.
It's got to be logical. There's no psychology, then it just looks like shit. That's the whole point.
I don't know, but you know what? I think Seth might be losing the belt this Monday. I mean, there's a title match on Raw. It's kind of random. I think maybe the Fiend cost him the title. I don't know.
That could happen, and then
it's still Seth and the Fiend, and then you don't have to worry about.
And then you could destroy Rey Mysterio.
No, because they're not going to put the title on Rey Mysterio, bro.
You don't think so?
No way.
I don't know.
No way.
Stranger things have happened.
No way. No way.
That would give Seth the clear, and it would be okay for the Fiend to just fucking roast him at Hell in a Cell. And then
you don't have to worry about. You're worried about the Fiend getting the title and not caring about it.
Yeah,
now,
it doesn't give him like.
Now it doesn't matter. You can just care about destroying Rollins.
Yeah, it doesn't give him like a distinguished championship win. He beat Rey Mysterio. I mean, yeah, he's cool, but
it's a season premiere, right? A lot of new stuff are going to happen. We got new commentators. We got a new theme. We're going to have a new set, reportedly. Maybe a new champion as well.
I think there's going to be some switch-ups in the championships on both brands. The draft's coming up. And these guys want who they want.
And
who they worked out.
Who knows? Maybe they'll put the belt on Mysterio because, I want to say his contract comes up soon. I think he signed, a unique contract when he came back.
Oh, yeah, just to fight whenever
And
Dominic
it's like the same thing with Revival, right? Reportedly, the Revival hasn't... They have not re-signed, even though they were just given the tag team titles last week.
That's I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, you're a Scott.
You're a Scott.
When's his contract up?
We'll see what we'll talk about next
6
Thursday.
Months? Oh, wow, he didn't sign a contract. I mean, dude, sit out a whole year in the NFL.
This is also very true.
And you're talking about a contract that expires in 6 months a year. They'll get
I don't even think it's 6 months. I think it's less than that.
You said something about it 10 episodes ago.
About Mysterio?
About this contract.
Which one? Mysterio
the
or
Revival contract.
Revival? Yeah, well, I think it's up soon. But I don't know.
You don't know.
It's got to be a couple months.
You've been saying that for a while.
It's not public knowledge.
That's because he's just reading these dirt sheets.
It's not public knowledge. It's not like you sign up, go to ESPN. Oh, Antonio Brown was just signed for 1 year, $26 million. You don't hear about the contract. It's all hearsay.
I don't know. Speaking of hearsay, let's create our own here. What do you think's going to happen going forward with these pay-per-views now that we're getting? Frank mentioned that the draft was coming out.
Yeah.
He called it months ago.
We broke it first.
That's right. They're trying to establish these separate brands, right? What do you think's going to happen with the pay-per-views going forward?
They can't be co-branded. There's no way.
I don't know. I mean, we know Survivor Series is going to be Raw versus SmackDown. So that's why they have to do the brand split so they can have separate brands, Raw and SmackDown. So they'll do Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series.
Purpose. They're doing it because, I think Bischoff and Heyman are going to be given a fair chance to run a show.
But here's the thing. I think with the season premiere of Raw, with SmackDown going to Fox, I think we're going to see more pay-per-view quality matchups that we would expect to be at a pay-per-view. Like, for example, Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens ladder match. You'd expect that to be at Hell in a Cell, but we're getting it on SmackDown. Granted, it's the premiere of SmackDown, but in order for them to keep the ratings trending up, right? That's their goal, right?
Right.
I think we're going to see those pay-per-view quality matches on the actual Raw and SmackDowns.
And then what the fuck do you sign up for the WWE Network for? To watch downgraded matches?
I'm not saying downgraded, but if we look at the business when it was at its highest...
Savage.
Sauvage. But how are they... They want subscribers, right?
I mean, but if we look at the business when it was at its highest point, right? 20 years ago, 99, 2000, those matches that were on pay-per-view, I mean, still, the same matches were, main eventing Raw. And people were still buying the pay-per-views and still watching Raw.
I think there's so much talent they could put on a tremendous show for Raw and SmackDown once they do the brand split legit. But they have to have teaser matches on Fox to gain new subscribers, and I think money is the motive here.
Of course, money's going to be the motive.
I mean, we'll see.
They got their money from the networks, but they want more.
Right. So that's why I think like we're going to see 2 title matches, right? We're going to see a title match on Raw, a world title match on SmackDown, and I think we're going to see more of that on those shows, just like it was 20 years ago, where those titles were always defended on Raw and SmackDown as much as they were.
That's true. We were getting like Hell in a Cell matches on Raw and shit at one point.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they were busting out all the stops. Shawn Michaels and Kane, Hell in a Cell, right on Raw. You know? Now you don't get that kind of shit.
You said Shawn Michaels and Kane? That never happened on Raw.
Most of them.
Wait, what?
Shawn Michaels versus Kane, Hell in a Cell on Raw? No, that never happened, dude. First Shawn Michaels and Kane match was at Unforgiven 2004, and it wasn't in a Hell in a Cell.
Oh, my God.
Anyway.
Damn, yo. Don't you wish we had like one of those?
If a caller could call in and tell me I'm wrong, tell me.
You know what I'm going to have to do next week? I think I'm going to have to bust out my fucking Google Home. We're going to put it right on the table. We're going to ask it questions every time Scott makes, a fact to see how close he is.
I don't know. I mean, there's not like Wikipedia don't pick up on that shit. Google don't. It's hard to find some of those.
It's got mad sports stats on those things.
Might have been thinking though.
So we could have said like when was the first time?
I got one right there. We can plug it right here.
What was the first Hell in a Cell match on Raw? I'll tell you.
What was it?
It was a tag match. It was.
Yeah, we got one right there. If you want to put it in.
It was Austin and Undertaker against Kane and Mankind.
Maybe that's what PZ was thinking of.
Maybe.
It's gotta be Kane.
God, it's gotta be Kane.
It's gotta be Kane.
I know what I gotta get. I gotta get that Frank Knox top 5. Frank, you got the top 5 loaded?
Yeah, I got my top 5.
All right, let's hear it. The Frank Knox top 5, baby.
Frank Knox top 5. 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 Frank Knox.
The best goddamn theme in the business. Frank, we got the top 5 for this week. Let's hear it, man.
Number 5, I got Becky Lynch.
Number
4, I got Sasha Banks.
Number 3,
Kofi Kingston.
Number 2,
Chad Gable.
and your Frank Knox, number 1.
Oh,
It's the
shit.
Fiend.
That's the Fiend.
the
Oh,
I mean,
it's the Fiend, baby.
he's been running roughshod through everyone in that roster.
That's true. That's
You know?
true. It's a solid top 5. You got some women on there.
I had to put Becky, Sasha 5 for it because that rivalry, man, it's getting hot.
Yeah,
It's
it
getting,
is.
I know, and it's about to be in the
it's
cell.
getting great, dude.
Yeah. I'm still not feeling the whole Becky hand waving gimmicks, but she's definitely slowly doing more heel shit in her matches, which is at least, something.
The only thing she's missing, Peasy will tell you, is a finishing move.
That's right. Oh, God, that's Becky needs a finishing move
Yeah,
real
Becky,
bad.
yeah.
Becky needs a finishing move so badly. That disarmor is not effective. It's not something you can hit, quick with impact. You need that thing. And I was talking to Frank Scott, and I said, Kevin Owens, he should never be using the stunner. That pop-up power bomb was perfect and exclusive to him, and it was people would associate with that. Right. Now, I talked about this before. He uses the stunner, and then you got to question whether the pop is for the move or for the guy, right? So now I'm thinking they had the whole gimmick with Becky Lynch. She's trying to be the man. She's pretty much like a woman Stone Cold. She hit the stunner on him. Oh, in the Steve Austin show, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. Straight up Steve Austin.
Why not give Becky the stunner?
That's a good point,
That would
man.
be great. That
Boom!
It's too late now, but yeah, if she had it, that would have been
It's
good.
not too late. She doesn't have a finishing
Yeah, what's she
move.
got now? The
What is she
disarmer?
going to do it now? Kevin Owens does it.
Doesn't matter.
I'd put them in an intergender match, and I'd have her go over. Well, her Kevin. Not at all.
He's
Not
just
at
a
all.
whiny bitch.
We had Kofi on there. I don't know why.
He's the champ.
Yeah. I'm just.
I mean,
don't-
why?
I
What
don't-
do you mean, why?
I don't know.
Just because he got beat down by Brock Lesnar?
You
He's still the champ.
My man, the Brock Lesnar.
Was Kofi even on SmackDown this week? I don't even remember.
No, there
Trying
was
to catch up on
no
everything.
Brock Lesnar's.
No, there was no Brock, but was Kofi on the show this week?
That was last. Brock Lesnar beat him down not
No, I'm talking about
this week,
Tuesday
but
night.
last
though.
week.
Yeah, that was last week.
So that was on my last week's top 5.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar didn't make an
That's right.
appearance. He doesn't have a championship.
All right. Well,
He'll be number 1 Once he gets that strap back, though, rest assured.
Oh, you know what? Kofi wasn't on it. He just had an interview with Michael Cole. That's all he did this week. And he was in your top 5?
was
For
in
an
my
interview
top
with
5.
Michael Cole?
That's right.
Okay.
Shit. Well, Sky, I hope you're ready.
If you want to call in and disagree with Frank Knox right now.
Championships play a factor in my top 5.
Listen.
If you want your own top 5, put it on the internet.
Man, I gotta let people know. I hope Scott's ready. Because we're about to be getting into here. We got the new segment coming up next.
Can't wait for this.
We're taking Stump the Scott to a new level. And I know no one's ready for this.
TJ Howell III, and you're listening to the 2B Blunt Podcast with Peasy.
He's the smartest.
You don't have any brains. I'm from Hollywood. I have the brains.
He's unstoppable.
Nobody in the whole world can beat me one-on-one right now.
It's the hottest game show around. It's Stump the Scott. And now, your host, Bud Griffin. Hey, everybody. It's your host, Bud Griffin here. And we're here for another episode, or actually the debut episode of Stump the Scott.
That's right. The Scott's here, and I love that theme. Oh, my God.
Let me tell you how this is going to work. For the audience at home and the people here in the studio. Scott, me, Frank, and anybody who decides to call in.
Okay.
All right. They're going to be able to ask you a question. I will put 30 seconds on the clock. And you have 30 seconds to guess that answer. You can answer before 30 seconds is over, or you can wait for the 30 seconds to be over and use the full time to figure out your answer.
Okay. Knox is setting up the timer over here.
No.
It looks like you were. Sorry.
Easy's got the timer.
That's right. So the question is, Scott, are you ready?
That's the question. I have 30 seconds to answer that? Yes,
No.
I'm ready.
That's the debut.
This guy's got jokes. Hey, all right. That's right, Bud Griffin here. And we're about to ask the Scott a question. So, Scott, question number 1 for you.
Question 1. How many we got, Bud?
Maybe at least 2.
Oh,
we'll
okay.
find out.
Let's
You want to
go.
call into the Stump the Scott game show right here. Call in 860-384-7110 and you can stump the Scott. So, Scott, first question.
Okay.
Who is the oldest Bella? I ask one more time. Don't answer yet. Who of the Bella twins is older? Nikki or Bree? You got 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now.
Who's the older Bella? Oh, my God. I honestly have to guess. It's a 50-50. In 30 seconds, I can look it up, though, right?
No, you cannot look it up. You can't look anything up. No, you have to sit here and you have to guess who is the older Bella, Nikki or Bree.
And I've watched most Bella, Total Bella episodes.
15 seconds on the clock.
Oh, my God. All right. I'm gonna go with Nikki.
You're right. Nikki Bella is older by 16 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Next question comes from Frank Knox.
I don't have a question.
What do we got?
What do you have a question?
I don't have a question.
All right, you're a dumbass. I told you to get a question ready. All right. Fucking it, we're going to keep going here. I got a question for the Scott right here on Stump the Scott. Are you ready, Scott, for question number 2?
I think I'm ready.
All right, Scott, question number 2. What was Hulk Hogan's original gimmick? One more time, the question was, what was Hulk Hogan's original gimmick? 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts right now.
So, I mean, in what company, though? I have to ask this question, because, like, is it going to be the Incredible Hulk Hogan, or could it be Sterling Golden? Like, is one of those correct that I said?
You got 30 seconds to make a final call.
But it's you said first gimmick, like first gimmick WWF.
What was Hulk Hogan's
All right.
first gimmick?
I think you want me to say Terry Boulder. I don't. Terry Boulder? I'm gonna go with. I guess I don't. Okay. Well.
Many wrestlers try out different names before landing on their signature name. Hulk Hogan is no different. His ring name was the Super Destroyer.
Oh, God. All right, whatever.
If you want to call in and play Stump the Scott, 860-384-7110. It's gonna be one hell of a time right here. Stump the Scott. Frank Knox, do you have a question you want to ask the Scott?
I don't think so, man.
Come on, I'm 1-1. We gotta settle something here.
I mean, I would have to look one up. I mean, I have a question. I just don't know.
Scott, are you ready for question number 3?
Yeah, let's go.
Before John Cena was in WWE, he appeared on an NBC television show. Do you know what that television show is? 30 seconds on the clock. And we're going to start that right now.
I'm assuming this is the show that Bruce Pritchard signed him in when he was in UPW in California. But God, I couldn't even tell you the show. I don't know. I'm just going to have to guess. The true story of professional wrestling. Which is totally wrong.
Sorry, Scott. I got bad news.
Oh, wow.
I fucked up.
I got a question for him.
Oh, all right.
Frank Knox.
Frank Knox.
Right.
Frank Knox got a question. Frank, go ahead. Ask your question.
All right, Scott. Who did Sergeant Slaughter defeat to win his only WWF title, and at what pay-per-view?
All right, so that
a two-part question.
Easy.
Hold on, Scott.
Okay.
You got 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
Your time starts now.
So the event was Royal Rumble 1991.
You're right.
All right. And Sergeant Slaughter defeated the Ultimate Warrior.
Give it to him, buddy. Got it right.
And I believe he got smashed in the head with a scepter by Macho Man Randy Savage.
The trifecta. He even answered the cherry
bonus
on
question
top.
there.
Wow. Well, that was one hell of an episode of Stump the Scott. Come back next week as we try to stump the smartest mark around. I'm your host, Bud Griffin. Thank you once again for playing Stump the Scott.
Yeah, this is Ty Shine, and you're listening to How to Talk. This is Ty Shine, and you're listening to How to Be Blunt with Peasy. This is Ty Shine, and you're listening to a new episode of How to Be Blunt with Peasy. This is Ty Shine, and you're listening to Be Blunt with Peasy. How in the fuck would you listen to anything else?
A question.
Yeah, but that was true. But that's, I honestly, it wasn't John Cena that appeared in the show. It was the Bella Twins. It was another Bella's question I ended up with. And it was called Meet the Folks.
Peasy.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
I say I would have stumped him, but I fucked up.
Peasy went on the Bella Army trivia blog page.
I was pulling all those stops.
I'm sorry, Bud Griffin went on the...
I was pulling all those stops. Damn, yo. What a high-ass show.
Griffin.
That's right. It's only the greatest fucking game show of all time. Stump the Scott. I love it. I fucking love it.
That was something else.
Man, it's just what a show, dude. It's been a crazy show. It's been a crazy show. We smoked the fucking Big L Platinum Kush. I'm hitting the weed pen. I'm getting high as hell.
We're in the new podcast studio. We're going to finish it up. I won't be able to help you this weekend because I'm going out of town.
Oh,
where are you going, man?
Going to town.
I won't see you guys.
He's going to meet another woman.
No, I'm going to Portland, Maine for the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
With the Big E woman.
Big E Langston's wife.
The Big E Langston. Damn, yo. So, Frank, I seen you send me a Snapchat the other night. You were wearing a fucking Bane mask.
Dude.
The fuck is that about?
Awful.
What is that, a fucking breathing apparatus?
CPAP machine, bro.
CPAP.
Sleep apnea. You slept next to me when we went to WrestleMania.
I thought I snored that. That's right. You kept me up all night.
Up all night. I woke up to take a piss. I see you fired up on Facebook talking shit about me at like 5:30
This son of a bitch. Well, shut up.
Shut up.
Oh, my God.
We had just been out all night. We were up till God knows when.
Oh, man.
We only had a few hours to actually get to sleep in.
Yeah, PZ was hurting, too. We were
I was
walking.
really long over the next day at Mania. It's a mess. It's a mess. I think it looks like it's uncomfortable to wear, bro.
So bad, man. So far, I'm 0 for 2 on wearing it. Both nights, I've ripped it off my face while I'm sleeping. While I'm sleeping, and I woke up, I put it back on, and then I do sleep for it the second half.
So your subconscious is basically telling you this fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, dude. I feel claustrophobic. I have to learn how to breathe. It reminds me of a Darth Vader.
The Darth Vader?
Of the Darth Vader sound, like the way it sounds, yeah.
Bro, you know what would be real sick? As if you could fucking smoke weed out of the CPAP machine.
Oh, man, yeah.
It was like a vaporizer.
Dude, right? If you could use it as a vape, to inhale like weed oils and shit. Dude, you'd sleep great.
Dude,
you'd sleep great.
And I'd be able to sleep with it on, probably. I wouldn't be ripping it off in the middle of the night because I'd be so lit.
Litty! Scott, what do you think about that idea?
I don't know. It sounds interesting.
No, you know what? I bet you it does. Then check this out if you think that's good. Are you suffering from sleep apnea?
I wake up tired every morning.
Are you tired of not getting enough sleep because your CPAP machine sounds like this? Well, then I think I have just the solution to ensure you are not only comfortable, but also get the best night's sleep you've ever had in your entire life.
Please tell me more. This mask is unbearable to sleep with.
Forget CPAP machines. Throw your current one right out the window and replace it with one of our exclusive C-CAD machines.
Wait, what's that?
C-CAD stands for Continuous Cannabis Airway Delivery System. This is a revolutionary system that not only ensures you get proper airflow, but you also sleep as soundly as ever before.
What? So I'm gonna sleep and stay litty all night long?
That's right. Our C-CAD mask delivers high doses of cannabis directly into the mask as you sleep.
Man, that's the most genius thing I've heard in my life.
Don't be a fool. CPAP systems are old and outdated. Try the next generation of sleep apnea relief and get your hands on a C-CAD machine today. Call now, and as a bonus, we'll throw in an additional mask so that special someone in your life can sleep through the bullshit too. That's a $420 value, free. Just pay shipping. This deal won't last, so call 1-800-WEED-SLEEP. That's 1-800-WEE-DSLP now.
It's the highest podcast around. To be blunt with Easy.
Man, that was amazing. That was amazing.
That was great, man. I gotta get one of those.
We gotta get you
I
a
gotta
C-CAD.
upgrade. Yeah, I gotta upgrade.
Gotta upgrade to the C-CADs, bro.
Fuck that guy Ken who sold me the CPAP. I need to see that.
That's right. C-CADs. I need a C-CADs machine too, yo. You never wake up. You just be in a fucking coma.
Coma, yeah. Coma.
Straight coma, go. Oh, man. Well, tune in for next week. We got episode 15.
Next week's going to be a big episode.
Yeah, we got a huge week of wrestling we're going to have to cover. I hope you guys are ready. Better take your notes.
We got a lot to cover, but now we got to preview SmackDown. We can't. It'll be like a whole 6 days after when we review it now.
That's a good point.
Wow, we're not even going to get a SmackDown for the next show.
That's right.
No, we're not.
This is fucked. Well,
there'll still be plenty to talk about, though. We got AEW right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do?
You know, we'll still be live on Thursdays. So
That's
we'll
right.
make it work.
That's right. So we'll just have to talk about it the next week. You know?
Or we'll break in live.
That's right. Or we'll break in live. You never know. Anything can happen. All we got to do is turn on the gimmick right here.
Never know.
And we're good to go. You know, we got a full setup right here.
We're ready.
You know, get the cable right in there. So make sure you hype. Listen to me here. I got to do this. This is 2 weeks in a row.
You're doing the hype, yeah.
I got to Frank. Why don't you hype it?
You know, we're hyping. Follow the social media. You know, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. At 2B Blunt Podcast. The number 2.
That's right. 2.
You know, at 2bbluntpodcast.com.
That's right. Make sure you review and subscribe to our podcast.
If you like our podcast, man, leave a review because that's the biggest thing you could do for us.
It's true.
We don't want you to support. We're not going to start a GoFundMe page.
No, not at all.
The only thing we want is a review from you.
That's right. Review
and
subscribe.
Let's get some callers in.
And this might have been the first podcast that we didn't have that beat but I guess we'll save it for next week.
Oh.
That's it.
Well, we might have to. That's it from Frank Knox, from the Scott, and from your host, Petey. We'll see you next week, episode 15 on the 2 Be Blunt podcast.
Here it is.
In come the thing called, I'm the original weed man. Played by the ragamuffin, cashed out band. No grinder, we just crush it in a hand. And that's why you have to understand. Do ya?
Inhale the air, I feel your sweet sense of me. You make sense to me. You heard right, homegrown to heal the people. And it should be legal, but some still put up a fight. Not everyone can walk in the store, buy an ounce, nothing more. No dispensary to stock it. Here you got to hustle like before, just to score a little indoor. I know who's got it. Yeah, anytime I'm running dry, I never have to worry. I know just the guy. You always reply, so I can re-up on my supply. Give it up for my weed man. I call him when I need him. Always got the fire on deck. Yeah, he's my weed man. Chronic rolling ready when I see him, and he ain't ever let me down yet. Positiva. Oh, homie's got what it takes to relieve ya. And no matter where I'll be, all I do is call. He gon' bring it right to me. He's my weed man.
Always have it on deck, with enough respect, endless shine. See me ya, the original Dr. Green Thumb. Roll up the raw paper or blaze the chillum. See me ya, original weed man with the healing. Take a one puff, you get the feeling. See me ya, knocking at your front door ready. All type of strains, cause you know me think plenty. 300 acre in a humble county. Have me license, so me no afraid of federally. Them legalize the herb so you can burn it up front. We now sell you no Reggie, we no give you no skunk. Put the cushion on your grinder, roll yourself a good blunt. Red eyes of your eye for a month. Strictly cash for delivery. We put the package on a drone, get it rapidly. Sell you a clone, make you grow in your community. The weed man a enterprise, cause the hustle never die. You see?
My weed man. I call him when I need him. Always got the fire on deck. Yeah, he's my weed man. Chronic rolling ready when I see him, and he ain't ever let me down yet. Positiva. Oh, homie's got what it takes to relieve ya. And no matter where I'll be, all I do is call. He gon' bring it right to me. He's my weed man. I call him when I need him. Always got the fire on deck. Yeah, he's my weed man. Chronic rolling ready when I see him, and he ain't ever let me down yet. Positiva. Oh, homie's got what it takes to relieve ya. And no matter where I'll be, all I do is call. He gon' bring it right to me. He's my weed man.
It's the highest podcast around. To Be Blunt with Peasy.